See, it was a tough road to get here and a long road, from one coast to the other. But we're excited to be here in Arkansas to be able to play the Razorbacks. Obviously, they're having a great year, having won both the SEC championship and the regular season title. So they're playing extremely well. We know that they've got a tough team, a lot of offense, a lot of power, two great pitchers. We're hoping we can give them a good series here. I know there's a lot of tradition between the Longhorns and the Razorbacks from the past. And I think it's great to get it going in softball, and we're excited for the matchup this week.
Just talk about for team, maybe people haven't seen you play on TV and may have seen you last week, but talk about your, you described Arkansas's team there. Kind of tell us about your team, kind of the strengths and maybe a concern or two about the game against Arkansas.
Yeah, for sure. We have Haley Dolcini as a transfer for us from Fresno State last year. Struggled a little bit to start the year, starting off, new team, new coach, a lot of pressure. But since that time, she's really settled down into being one of the best pitchers in the country. And she was the key for us to be able to beat Washington out there at their field. So that's the first thing we need is obviously a go-to pitcher. And then Janae Jefferson, who maybe not so much undiscovered right now, but definitely a player that may have been overlooked in the past, but is heading towards a four-time All-American, possibly. You never know. But she's the key for us, our catalyst. And then we have a young kid behind her, Mia Scott's got a lot of wheels. I think she's really exciting and going to become a real top player for us in the future. Then we have a pretty old team. We have 6 seniors, or 6 possibly graduating from our ranks. Along with Miriam Copo and Lauren Burke. They're the last holdouts from the Long Ducks, I suppose, as people were calling them. But they've been instrumental in our success this year as well. I think we've been playing a lot better in the second half of the season than the first half. The first half was a struggle for us, and it was tough. We thought we were going to have a pretty good team going into the year, and we got our comeuppance, so to speak, starting off. But we were able to rebound, and the adversity created opportunity for a number of kids, and we bounced back pretty well.
Same sense, talking about slow start for you guys. Arkansas stumbled out of the gate a little bit. They lost to Washington twice. You put any stock? You beat Washington twice. They lost Washington twice. You put any stock in that?
Not at all. Not at all. It's about, championship softball is different. And you've seen that last week with, I think 4 unseeded teams coming through the other side of the bracket. Looks like, it's not quite how they picked it. But that's why we play. And we're hoping we're one of those Cinderella stories this week.
Coach, welcome to Fayetteville. The momentum that you guys had in Seattle, getting out of that Seattle regional and bringing it here to Fayetteville, back on the road again in front of a hostile environment. How much do you hope your team can kind of get that momentum and feed it into the weekend?
Yeah, exactly. It's you can't practice those situations like being out there. Washington was extremely loud. Maybe not quite as many fans are going to be here. We know this is going to be loud and hostile as well, so to speak. But we're hoping that that element of being out there in Washington is going to help prepare our team, and just be ready for it. So the exciting for us last week was we performed well on that pressure. So I'm hoping we do the same thing this week.
Is a lady you're very familiar with, was on your team a year ago, and you get to now face her. What do you think this team, or how do you think your team is going to feel about Taylor Ellsworth being on the other side?
Well, I don't keep in touch with her directly anymore. I did congratulate her on winning the championship. I thought that was a great thing for her, and reached out to her to say, great job. And but since that time, I haven't really reached out or had anything to do with it. But I know the team is keeping in touch with her, and so I don't know exactly what's going on behind the scenes there, but I'm sure there's some ribbing going on and some fun. And but she's a great kid, and I'm excited that she found a place to call home and have a successful end to her career, because she was a really good player for us at Texas.
Good. Coach, appreciate your time.
Oh, you guys are too easy.